Do you remember Dorothy Mitchell, the 79-year-old woman who lost $18,000 to fake ophthalmologists claiming she needed emergency retinal surgery? The criminal network that targeted Dorothy didn't disappear after her story exposed their vision. Fraud. They simply refined their tactics and found new victims. This is the story of how that same sophisticated eye scam operation targeted 82-year-old William Chen from Portland, Oregon, a retired engineer who had been experiencing age-related vision changes. William's experience reveals how these vision scammers operate as an organized network, sharing victim databases and perfecting their blindness fear techniques. By the end of this video, you'll understand how these connected eye frauds work together and why exposing one fake ophthalmologist doesn't end the threat to seniors seeking legitimate vision care. Stay until the end, because William's story connects to an even larger pattern of vision fraud that's still targeting vulnerable seniors across the country. And his investigation uncovered connections that prove these eye scammers are more organized than anyone realized. The familiar vision warning. It was a Wednesday evening in July when William's phone rang with a call that would sound disturbingly familiar to anyone who remembers Dorothy Mitchell's story. He had just finished reading with his magnifying glass when his caller ID showed what appeared to be a retinal specialist office number. "Mr. Chen, this is Dr. Michael Rodriguez from Pacific Eye Surgery Center. I'm calling about critical findings from your recent macular degeneration screening that show advanced deterioration, requiring immediate surgical intervention." William felt immediately alarmed. Like Dorothy before him, he hadn't requested any macular screenings, but Dr. Rodriguez continued with the same practiced medical authority that had fooled Dorothy, using official ophthalmology terminology and creating immediate vision. Panic. "Mr. Chen, your retinal imaging shows wet macular degeneration with active blood vessel growth that will cause rapid central vision loss. Without emergency injection therapy, you'll lose your reading vision permanently." Within weeks, the caller knew William's age, his engineering background, and even referenced his recent use of magnifying aids for reading, the same type of personal information that had made Dorothy's scammer seem so legitimate. Dr. Rodriguez spoke with impressive knowledge about macular degeneration. "I need to explain how urgent this condition is. Wet macular degeneration progresses much faster than the dry form, and the window for successful treatment is extremely narrow in patients your age." The network's refined strategy. Dr. Rodriguez continued his explanation using the same sophisticated ophthalmology terminology approach that had trapped Dorothy, but refined for macular degeneration. He described retinal injection therapy and vision preservation with impressive medical fluency clearly developed through multiple victim encounters. "Your specific macular lesion pattern shows classic signs of choroidal neovascularization with subfoveal involvement. The fluorescent angiography reveals active leakage that requires emergency anti-VEGF injection therapy." He explained that William's vision difficulties were exactly what led to this sight-threatening progression. William had indeed been struggling with reading and detailed work, attributing it to normal aging. "Mr. Chen, I've been treating macular degeneration for 18 years, and your retinal pattern is one of the most urgent I've seen. Patients with your exact findings who receive immediate treatment maintain their central vision completely." Like the network that had targeted Dorothy, Dr. Rodriguez created hope by claiming that William's analytical background meant he would appreciate the precision of modern injection therapy, and that early intervention could preserve his detailed vision for engineering work. "We need to begin emergency anti-VEGF injection therapy tomorrow morning. This specialized treatment costs $15,000, but it's the only intervention that can stop the vision loss progression." The insurance deception network. Dr. Rodriguez used the exact same insurance manipulation strategy that had worked on Dorothy. He explained that William's Medicare would cover the injection therapy, but the emergency nature required immediate payment that would be reimbursed once the treatment was documented. Emergency macular degeneration therapy requires upfront payment because the anti-VEGF medications must be specially ordered for your exact retinal pathology. Once we complete injections and submit the vision preservation reports to Medicare, you'll receive full reimbursement within 45 days. He provided William with specific Medicare ophthalmology codes and injection therapy authorization numbers that sounded official, the same type of fake medical bureaucracy that had convinced Dorothy. Dr. Rodriguez seemed to have the same detailed knowledge of vision insurance procedures. I understand this seems expensive, but consider the value of preserving your central vision versus the disability of macular blindness. This therapy can maintain the detailed vision you need for reading and precision work. Dr. Rodriguez created the same type of artificial scarcity pressure that Dorothy had faced, explaining that the specialized medication was in limited supply and William needed to secure his treatment before other macular patients exhausted the available doses. Based on your macular severity, Mr. Chen, we've reserved one of our last emergency anti-VEGF treatment courses for your case. If you can't secure this therapy today, the next availability won't be for 6 weeks, which could mean irreversible vision loss. The payment trap. William felt the same overwhelming combination of vision fear and urgency that had trapped Dorothy. Dr. Rodriguez had created such convincing macular emergency warnings that questioning the treatment seemed like accepting inevitable blindness. Agreed to the injection therapy. Dr. Rodriguez used the identical payment approach that had worked on Dorothy, guiding William through wire transfer requirements to secure his emergency medication and ensure rapid treatment initiation. The retinal injection laboratory requires immediate wire transfer to compound your personalized anti-VEGF medication. This is standard protocol for emergency macular degeneration therapy when vision preservation is critical. At the wire transfer location, William experienced the same hesitation Dorothy had felt. Dr. Rodriguez, still on the phone, used the same coaching techniques to help William explain the payment was for emergency vision treatment, which sounded medically legitimate. Williams sent $15,000, believing he was preventing macular blindness. Dr. Rodriguez assured him that treatment would begin within 24 hours and provided the same type of fake medical follow-up promises that Dorothy had received. Mr. Chen, you've made a vision-saving decision. This injection therapy will stop the macular degeneration progression and preserve your central vision completely. The devastating pattern. Like Dorothy's experience, William never received any treatment. The phone numbers became disconnected, and there was no record of Pacific Eye Surgery Center. When William's panic drove him to see a real ophthalmologist for emergency evaluation, he learned the horrible truth. Mr. Chen, your vision is normal for your age, with only mild presbyopia. There's no macular degeneration, no blood vessel growth, and no need for injection therapy. You've been the victim of the same type of vision scam that's been targeting seniors. The real ophthalmologist had seen similar cases and immediately recognized the pattern. William learned that he had been targeted by the same criminal network that had scammed Dorothy Mitchell, but they had simply switched from fake retinal surgery to fake macular injection therapy. The connected investigation. William's case was immediately connected to Dorothy's investigation when he reported the crime. FBI medical fraud investigators revealed that both William and Dorothy had been targeted by the same sophisticated criminal organization operating across multiple states with specialized vision fraud divisions. The investigation showed that after Dorothy's story gained media attention, the network had temporarily suspended their fake retinal surgery scams and pivoted to fake macular degeneration scenarios using nearly identical psychological manipulation techniques. This is the same group that targeted Dorothy Mitchell, investigators explained. They used the same victim databases, the same vision fear tactics, and the same payment methods. They just switched the eye condition based on what's getting public attention. William learned that the network had extensive databases of senior vision information obtained through illegal means, allowing them to target individuals with believable eye emergency scenarios tailored to their specific age-related vision concerns. The Vision Fraud Network. Most disturbing was the discovery that William and Dorothy were just two victims in a much larger network of vision fraud targeting seniors nationwide. The investigation revealed dozens of similar cases involving fake eye emergencies designed to extract large sums from terrified elderly patients. The criminal network showed sophisticated specialization, with different teams focusing on retinal surgery, macular injection therapy, cataract procedures, and glaucoma treatments while maintaining the core psychological manipulation techniques that made their scams so effective. FBI investigators warned that the same network was likely developing new vision fraud scenarios even as William's case was being investigated, potentially targeting seniors with fake laser surgery, corneal procedures, or other fabricated eye emergencies. Warning signs of the network. William identified the same red flags that Dorothy had missed, showing how the network used consistent manipulation techniques across different eye conditions. Unsolicited calls about emergency vision conditions that patients never requested testing for. The network relied on creating fake eye emergencies to bypass rational thinking about experimental treatments. Immediate payment demands for Medicare-covered procedures. All victims were pressured to send large wire transfers before they could verify the eye conditions or consult with their actual ophthalmologists. Medical authority figures who knew detailed vision information. The network used stolen medical data to create believable scenarios that seemed impossible to fake. Emergency treatments only available through wire transfer payments. Legitimate eye procedures are performed through established medical facilities with proper insurance processes. The continuing fight. While William never recovered his $15,000, his case provided crucial evidence linking multiple vision fraud operations across the country. His cooperation with investigators helped identify pattern connections that could prevent future victims. William learned the same lesson Dorothy had discovered. Legitimate eye emergencies are always handled through established ophthalmology channels, with proper examination procedures, never through unsolicited phone calls demanding immediate wire transfers. Most importantly, William's investigation revealed that the network was already preparing new vision fraud scenarios targeting different eye conditions, suggesting that more seniors would face similar eye scam attempts in the coming months. Final thoughts. William's story proves that stopping individual vision scammers doesn't end the threat to vulnerable seniors. These criminals operate as sophisticated networks that share resources, victim information, and successful manipulation techniques across multiple states and eye specialties. The connection between William's macular scam and Dorothy's retinal fraud shows how these networks adapt and evolve while maintaining their core strategy of exploiting vision fears for financial gain and preserving their victim databases for ongoing fraud operations. If you receive unexpected calls about urgent eye conditions, remember both Dorothy's and William's experiences. Hang up immediately and contact your actual eye care providers to verify any vision claims before taking action. The fight against vision fraud networks continues, and understanding their connected operations is crucial for protecting yourself and other vulnerable seniors from their evolving eye scam schemes. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.